I was dealing with the reason why you must manifest all that you came to planet Earth to manifest. And I remember I stopped somewhere around the issue of potentials, and I said we have what we call nurture and we have what we call nature. And these are two dimensions of man that you will need to activate. These are two dimensions of man that you need to activate, especially what we carry in the inside. Okay? So your potentials and your talents came with you. And I like to say that everybody came with something. Like I said last week, that we are all loaded. We are all empowered to reign. But you know what? Not everybody will reign, because there are certain actions that we need to take for us to arrive. I said last week that you cannot find until you define and you refine yourself. There is a level of engagement that you need to engage in your life to find the next level. For everyone, there is always a next level. There is something, waiting for you ahead. There is something you can do more, better than the way you're doing it now. Therefore, it remains our responsibility to do what? To discover our potentials and then process it. It is not good enough to just say, I have a potential, or potentials as the case may be. And I said that it may either be resting or active. So it is not good enough to say, I have it. You need to ignite it. You need to make it work. Something needs to be working. People need to know that you are present in the world. Many are alive, but not too many people are living. Living means you are impacting people. Therefore, there are benefits and consequences for not fulfilling and manifesting your purpose. Purpose, potential, problems, power. These are the P's of man. There are about 26 P's of man, and there may be more, right? And it's important for you to take time to understudy. One of the days you take our time to talk about the various P's of man. The manifestation of your potentials on planet Earth is your responsibility. It's nobody's responsibility, it's our responsibility. Therefore, a life must come to the point of decision. Last week I said to you that decision and action forms your destiny. Destiny is not a time zone yet to come, is every decision you've not yet taken, right? So when you take those decisions, it's working. When you don't take it, it's part of it. Destiny is an issue that is a continuum, it doesn't stop. So you've heard I can be denied or delayed. Well, I don't know about that, but the truth is, you can change your destiny. It's a serious issue. There are about 5 facts about destiny. One of it is that you can change your destiny. So we are looking forward that your decisions henceforth will support where you're going. Your decision henceforth will be a critical decision that helps you to become a better person, right? You would need to evaluate your potentials, you need to evaluate your passion, you need to evaluate your personality, you need to evaluate the powers that you have. Man have different type of power: intellectual power, emotional power, spiritual power. There are dimensions, there are over 12 type of powers, right? So it's important that from time to time you evaluate what you're doing and how to put in the more, because every man is powerful. Every man is powerful. The word powerful means you are full of power, including spiritual power, including physical power, right? Including mechanical power. Some people are now technologically powerful. So there are dimensions. So if you must get to the manifestation of what you are called to do, you must constantly review your potentials. You must constantly review the issue of passion. Constantly review the issue of personality, the issue of power, the issue of possibilities around you, the issue of prowess. So there are a lot of, including problems that you can solve. People pay you because you are solving problems. Anytime you are not solving problems, the money reduces. So why people will pay you the more is because you are solving more of their problems. Okay? So it's important. Now, I would like to move a little off and talk about the discovery questions that help you to discover who you are, your assignment, and a few things you're supposed to do. There is always a reason why I talk about these foundations, because by the time we start taking off, by the time we start running, treating management courses, treating, things on NGO management, things on how to manage your company, how to multiply, and all of that. These foundations will help us to truly achieve what we want to achieve by that time. Okay? So let's talk about certain discovery questions that you need to go through in life. I believe a lot of people are there that need to discover who they are, that need to discover what they came here to do, that need to discover the power that they have, the possibilities that they have. I've always said to you that you are powerful. You have a lot to contribute, and that should help to build your personality, the way you see yourself, the things you do with your life. Okay? So the first question in discovering who you are, I'm going to be sharing this with you tonight, and the movement questions, right? The first question asks you, where are you from? Where are you from discusses your source. I'll be fast about that because I'm going somewhere. The second question is that who or why are you here? The second question asks the question, why are you here? Why are you on planet Earth? Why are you still around till now? Why has God kept you to this moment? Number 3 asks the question of identity. The first one is the question of source. The second is the question of purpose. The third is the question of identity that says, who are you? It sounds so simple, but if you are able to uncover these questions, it will help you in the manifestation of all you've called to do, including being a CEO. So you don't start doing things you're not supposed to do. You also help, this is going to also help you to regularize your life the way you live life. The question of identity says, who are you? Who exactly are you? The fourth one says, what can you do? It deals with the issue of ability. These are discovery questions every man that must go far needs to answer. The discovery question of what are your abilities? Then, of course, another one says, what do you have in your inside? That talks about your potentials. That talks about your potentials. If you're following me, you can, just say hi so I can know the persons and the people online. Now, the issue of what is in your inside, that discusses the issue of potentials. A lot of people have a lot in their inside trapped right there. So you will need to begin to uncover. You will need to engage. You will need to discipline yourself so strongly to be able to become all you've called to be. The next says the question, where are you going to? That talks about the issue of destiny. Where are you going to? Where you're going to is solely a decision between you and your creator. Where are you going to? It's talking about where do you want to get to in life. Remember, you have a level of power, but there is a man that is all powerful. Right? You have a man called the Almighty, but you again, you are mighty in your own way. So as much as you are activating the possibilities in your life, there is a part of dependency on God, and that is very important that you take note of that. It's called the G factor. The next question says, when will you get there? Where are you going to? Is your destiny or destination? When will you get there? Discusses the issue of timing. In this life, everybody have a unique timing. And it's a dangerous thing for any man to miss his timing. One of the ways you know your exact timing is your connectivity with the extraterrestrial. You are able to know. But beyond that also, preparation helps you to know the manifestation period. Now, part of the things I'm dealing with is for men to prepare for where God is taking them. There is a whole lot ahead of you. There is a whole lot of possibilities ahead of you. But you know what? You will require preparation. So, the question of timing, again, let me say that no man determines your timing. I even want to shock you that God does not determine your timing. It's a serious matter. Because sometimes somebody is saying God's time is the best. God's time is the best. God's time is the best. God wants to see you walk in line with the assignment. God wants to see you preparing for all He has for you. Right? If you're going to be a CEO of a company and you have not gone through management trainings and you have not begun to invest in yourself, you will delay the program. You will delay the timing. So it is preparation for manifestation. The more prepared you are, the faster you manifest. So this issue of timing in life is not completely dependent on God, it's mostly dependent on you. When is the next time you would need to take that move that is required to grow your company? Is it a thing of God? You need to know what you are dealing with and be able to put yourself in shape. Okay, so let's move on. Question number 8 talks about, who do you need to get there? The relationship you need. I'd like to let you know that life is all about relationships. There is a lot of things going on planet Earth that you can make easier when you have the right relationships. So who do you need in your future? Who do you need to arrive at where you're going now? Who do you need to make things easier for you? It's so important. As a married person, who do you need? As a young employee, who do you need? You don't need distractors. You don't need people that will just, cause problem in your life. As a student, who do you need? As a just wedded or just married couple, who do you need? Because sometimes we also spoil our marriages by ourselves by going ahead to continue the relationship we had even before we got married. You need to be careful. Let me give you an example. A young lady that just got married required the presence of the husband or the wife. I'm using the both sides now. If your friends used to visit you anyhow, they cannot continue to do that. Because at this point, you need a different attention. You need a level of bonding. You must understand that this moment is for your husband. This moment is for your wife. You just started working. Who do you need? You just graduated from school. Who do you need? So the knowledge of who you need, if you have that clear knowledge, helps you to get the right people. You need a mentor. In what areas? And these are the questions you engage yourself. And when you engage yourself, one of the things you see, when you ask the right questions, you get the right answers. One of the challenges is that we are not asking the right question. People just live their life. They wake up in the morning, they go to work, they do what they want to do, they eat food, they come back, they sleep, they wake up. You don't have a time to have a meeting with yourself. To ask the question, this whole thing, is it working? And it's just about the planning question. The advancement you seek is not far. It's an issue of questioning. Why am I doing what I'm doing? What do I need to do differently? So you see the why, the what, the who, the when, the how discusses the issue of strategy. Everything you do today has a better way. So how do I do it better? Who do I need? What kind of person's skills do I need? These are the things you keep asking. The more you ask the right questions, the more you get the right answers. And that is very important. So relationship is very important. We must learn to leverage our relationship to move further. There's a whole lot waiting for us ahead, but you know what? You need to build relationships. You need to build relationships. The word build means you carefully invest in relationship. You deposit before you withdraw. There's what we call access management. Access management states that you do not demand what you have not invested. So when you have invested in a relationship, then you can lay a demand on that relationship that it can pay off. You can meet somebody today and tomorrow you are asking for 1 million. That request is going to bounce. You know why? You have not built that relationship. You have to invest in it. You have to build it over a period of time. And you must find a way that works for you in building your own kind of relationship. So when somebody gives you access to himself, access to wealth, access to anything, you must learn how to properly manage it. One of the keys is also that you lay the right demand on the right people. Very important. Okay, so that's that on relationship, and there could be more. And then next, who can stop you? I'm discussing obstacles. For where you're going to, for that goal, for that achievement, for that task ahead of you, for that giant strive, who can stop you? There is so much ahead of us. Who can stop you? If you know who can stop you, then you go ahead and stop that very person. But let me say to you that the first person that can stop you is yourself. The first person that can stop you is yourself. If you allow discouragement, if you allow problems, if you allow challenges, if you allow what people say to reach you, then there's a problem. Most times people want to step out to do something differently. But when they remember they're going to be criticized, when they remember people are going to laugh at them, when they remember some things, they'll just go back into their shell. But that is not good for you. I tell you, the truth is, this is your moment to do something differently. You may have been planning, preparing, charging, designing, all of that. you need to do something. You need to start doing that very thing you are called to do. Right? The next discusses the issue of how will you get there? Strategies. How will you get there? That goal, how are you going to get there? That plan, how are you going to get there? The next talks about who are you called to? This is a big issue on its own. And I can stay on this place all through the day into the next coming week. One of the secrets of advancement in life is that you know the people you are called to. One of the motivator, the energy, the thing that keeps you moving in life is that your life is becoming a solution to people. As a boss in the office, as a CEO of a company, as a pastor, as a leader, the very thing that fuels you beyond the issue of food and the presence of God in your life is that you are also making impact in people's life. And when you begin to do that deliberately, one of the things you're going to see is that your coast is expanded. A lot is going on at the same time. Certain things you are looking for begin to look for you. Right? So you see the question of who are you called to discusses the issue of platform and people. Every man is called to a group. Every man is called to a unique set of people. But you know what? In Africa, we just sit down and do nothing. Let me tell you why your business will prosper beyond where you are now. It's because there are people depending on you to feed them, to reach out to them, to empower them, to help them go to school. Life is not designed for you to live your life alone, if it is your life actually. So it's not even your life, because the day you close your eyes here, you are not living with nothing. You are just living with nothing. So really, it's not your life. I say to you, the very truth is that the genesis of smallness is selfishness. If you begin to release the power within, if you begin to release your energy towards other people, towards the very people you are called to, one of the things you see is that provision will start coming in a higher dimension. It is provision, it is vision that commands provision. So why the African nations are poor is that we have a lot of people pursuing provision and not pursuing vision. You want to be wealthy? Have a plan for people. You want to advance? Have a plan for people. And this is one of the reasons why you cannot just sit down doing nothing. The world is waiting for your manifestation. The world is waiting for you to arise and shine. There are projects in your inside that are trapped. You will need to exhibit. You need to manifest. You need to release to your world. I'm talking about discovery questions, and I'm just probably on point 11 that asks the question, who are you called to? This is one area where Africa needs to wake up. We are all selfish. A lot of people are selfish, doing their own thing, running around. It's all about their life. It's all about their car, their money, their work. It's me, I, and all of that. Nobody is talking about others. So you do not wait till you have all the money before you step out. Someone will say, but you needed to have all the money, you needed to have the influence, you needed to have... No. I say no. All you need to do is to be clear about who you are called to, develop the vision clearly, share the vision with people, and begin to take steps. The more you take steps, the more they call you a serious person, and the more God allows you to join you. There is what we call vision communication. So you begin to communicate the vision, and you begin to take major steps. So on a good day, we're going to come back to talk about vision. Who are you called to? The next one says, what are the 3 major legacy stories you have, or 3 major success stories you have? That talks about your legacy. Anytime you are trapped, go back to your success stories. Anytime it looks as if you are discouraged, go back to your success stories. Anytime it seems as if things are not working, ask yourself, what are those things I've done before and they worked out? What are those things I've done before and people clapped for me and celebrated me? What are those things? So when you know what they are, you go rework them, you go bring in some innovation, and all of that to it. And one of the things you're going to see is that it will begin to work. If you've done it before, you can still do it. If you did it excellently, then you can still improve on it. Very important. So one of the discovery questions is, what are the 3 major success stories you've had before now? And sometimes it's one of the pathway to know the next step or the things you should focus on. Because if you've done it before and it worked for you, then you may need to professionalize them, in that whole thing. Let me give you the 7 movement question. The 7 movement question. In discovering yourself, it is important that you know what moves you. I'll run through it very quickly. It's important for you to know what moves you. 1 is what moves you to tears. We are discussing the 7 movement questions. What moves you to tears? Number 2, what moves you forever? The second one talks about what you can do with all your life, what you can do all through your life. And you do that with joy. It's part of the way to discover who you are. The third, what moves you for free? What can you do for free? Many of us need to start by doing a few things for free to gain access. And I have my story. And everybody do have their own story. Sometimes you needed to do a few things for free to gain access. Then a time comes when you graduate from that level. Today I can speak to you boldly, but there were days I was going to a skills acquisition center and I had to do my trainings free of charge, and it took some time. In those days of your little beginning, it's important that you don't put in so much in the area of demanding money so you can have access. As you perfect what you are doing, one of the things you see is that people will know that you've proven yourself over time. Some of those free things give you access to perfect your skill, perfect your craft, get some names, get people to know you here and there. So in discovering who you are, in discovering the future, it's important you look at some of these movement questions. And the second one says, what moves you forever? The third one says, what moves you for free? What moves you for free? What is that thing that you can do even if you are not paid? You can keep doing it even if you are not paid. That is where the secret of your progress is. That's what you should pay attention on, professionalize it, and then take advantage of it. The next says, what moves you for love? What is that thing you do as hobby? You do that as hobby. Something you love doing. The next says, what moves you to fury? What moves you to anger? That when you see it, you say, no, this cannot stand. It's a pointer that you have what it takes to sort that issue out. Because you have this holy anger in your inside, that probably another person will just come and pass and will not see nothing. Another says, what moves you like a wind? Something you do effortlessly. Something you do without so much effort. You don't need to have too much strength to make it happen. What moves you like a wind? And the next says, what moves you to fulfillment? What moves you to fulfillment? These are a few questions you need to answer. It brings ultimate joy. Fulfillment in such a way that you are excited inside. You are satisfied that, oh yeah, I've done it. If you advance in those things, you are going to see yourself move to the next level. Okay. If you have any question, you can probably type it or send it through our phone lines. Okay? If you have any question. Let's talk about how do you find your natural habitat. How do you find your natural habitat? Questions for processing your dreams and making them manifest. Remember, I said to you last week that you cannot fail. You don't have what it takes to fail. At the level where you are now, you need to build upon success, upon success, upon success. Failure is not part of the things you are called to experience. We are called to experience progress. We are called to experience advancement. We are called to experience all kinds of progress. Okay. When you put a fish in the water, you notice the fish relaxes and is comfortable. One of the things I'm trying to do is to get you to the point where you know what is that area of life that when I stay on it, I will succeed faster. These things are important because sometimes we labor so much in an area that is not our field. We end up, blaming people, blaming circumstances, blaming environment and all of that. But the question is, did you take time to discover yourself? Did you take time to train and develop yourself? Did you take time to pay your dues? So let's discuss some of those questions and it will help you. One is, am I happy with my results currently? Think about these questions, don't be in a hurry. Are you happy with your results currently? The things you are doing currently, are you happy with it? The results you have currently, are you happy with it? That talks about you focusing on results. Your ability to focus on results. Number two, would I like to grow doing what I am doing today? Would I like to grow doing what I'm doing today? If what you are doing today is not sustainable, you may need to be able to think on how to change it. Number three, is what I am doing today helping to maximize my natural talent and personality? The things I'm doing today, is it helping to maximize my natural talent and of course the issue of my personality? Can I say of a truth that this is helping me? Number four, would I like to be the best ever in what I'm doing now? Is this something you want to invest in to be the best? Is this something you want to go all the way to be the best in? That means you are willing to go all the way, put in all the money, get all the training, and build your capacity. Is that? Number five, who is doing something that is very close to my dreams? Who is currently practicing the things I want to do? Or who is practicing it at another level I need to sit with? I need to look into what they are doing, find out a few questions. These are questions for advancement. Right? Who is doing something close to what I am doing currently so I can learn and take a new dimension? The next question talks about the issue of what are the areas I would like to make impact, positive impact. If you can uncover these questions, your advancement is quite more easier. Another one that talks about your vision now. Another one discusses, what will I like to be known for? What will you want men to remember you for? 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now. What exactly are those things? These are probing questions that if you stay with them over time, you keep adjusting, you keep improving, you keep developing. The next question, number 8, says, what mind-blowing accomplishment would I like my name to be stamped on? What mind-blowing accomplishment would I like my name to be stamped on? These are energizers. When you have this kind of thoughts, one of the things that happen to you is that you cannot be demotivated. All the time you are on, all the time you are moving, all the time you are looking for new ways to do things better. While others are busy complaining, you are looking for better ways of performing better. And I tell you the truth, the world is looking for performers. The world is looking for men and women that have what it takes to make the difference. The world is waiting for people that will step out from their comfort zone and say, this is what I am called to do, and pay attention on it. So this is important. Number 9, what do I do? What do I do best with the least effort? That talks about your wealth. That is where your wealth is. Whatever it is you can do with a very minimal effort, you notice it comes out from the inside out. When you stay on it and perfect your act or your craft, one of the things you see is going to be paying you so much. It's going to be paying you so much, right? So that is where your wealth is hiding. The next question says, what kind of assistance or help do people ask me for regularly? People keep telling me, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me. I tell you, there is something about that. What particular kind of demand, what one particular kind of request keep coming your way all the time? If you perfect it, if you build on that, it's going to be a platform for reaching out to people. Actually, that's your ministry. Okay? The next one says, what frustrates me the most when it is poorly done? What is that thing that when you see that is poorly done, you get irritated, you get offended, you want to see how to get it done properly? Yeah, that is weird. Something is hiding there. Because if you can build on it, if you can develop that, then something positive will come out of it. So it's important you take advantage of some of these questions and engage yourself. I'm very particular about you engaging yourself. Life is not just about sitting down waiting for somebody to do something for you. You just relax, you just believe somebody will do something, just believe God will do it. Hey, listen to me, you have a role to play in all areas. You're a manager of a company, you can't just relax and believe it's going to work out. You will need to improve yourself and then in turn improve others. The hallmark of greatness is not in your ability to succeed. It's in your ability to help other people succeed. Now you've succeeded. What's up? What's going on? Who else is following? These are the things that makes a difference. That shows that you are not just a normal person on planet Earth. You are a super being helping to change other lives. Okay. The next question, as we begin to tie it up, is what area of life would I like to win a trophy or an award? If they ask you, for example, that an award is slated for you, what area will you like to win an award? That is the theme of your heart. Pay attention to that. The next question says, which of all human needs touches your heart the most? Of all the human needs, which one touches your heart the most? You notice you have energy in that area, and if you build on it, I tell you, you'll be able to make the difference in that area. Okay, we have just 5 minutes to go, and I don't know what you've heard, I don't know what you've listened to, but I think these are key questions that we may need to begin to consider. Okay, if you have any question, you can send it in and we'll be able to attend to it very quickly. All right, I think this is what we have tonight. The other part of the evening is for answering questions. And if we have questions, I'll be glad to attend to them. And if we don't have, then we are going to shut down for today and we'll be back again on Monday. Listen to me, I'd like for you to know that every of the dreams you have in partnership with God can come to pass. These are things we've proven over time. Most times people, just feel tired, feel frustrated, feel angered when things are not working. If it has not started working, it means there is something else you need to do. Ask the right question, connect with the right people, stay around the right people, think the right thoughts, read the right books, listen to the right people, go to the right places. These are simple things, but they are not as simple as you think, because people, if it's as simple as that, people would have been doing that. Last time I talked about a free university just around the corner, right with you in your home. And I told you that it's the YouTube. The YouTube today has what it takes to help you grow. Whatever you are doing today as I speak to you, there are people already on the YouTube platform advancing in those areas, people you can learn from and listen to. So take out an hour every night. Take out 2 hours every night to go to school. I will keep saying it in all broadcasts because I want you to advance. In advancing, it has to do with what you listen to, your association, the things you say with your mouth, and the way you think. Your thought pattern is very important. The people around you is very important. The things you say with your mouth is very important. Because per time we either energize God or back and give God support to the prophetic words or to the enemy, either of the two, by the things we say. So I say to you tonight, what are those plans that you have? What are the steps to achieving the plans? So it starts with understanding purpose, and purpose is broken down to vision, and vision is broken down to goals. Goals are broken down to plans, and plans are broken down to steps. So you have a daily action, the things you must do on a daily basis to advance to reach your goals. You have all it takes to succeed. I believe in you and God believes in you, that you can make a difference. Remember that you are living for a reason. God left you here for a reason. No matter what you are doing, use it to impact lives. No matter the platform you are working on, whether you are in the banking sector, you are in whatever sector it is, use it to change lives. And again, use it to lead people to Christ. It's very important. Use those platforms to attract people, but get them back to God. That's the assignment. All right? So tonight, I want to encourage you to not be discouraged. Whatever project it is that you've done before that failed, you can go back to it. You can try it again. Find out why it failed. Find out what you must do to advance in it, and find out other details that is required of you to make key and critical advancements. The way this nation is now, it requires your help. You notice the nation is not the way it used to be. Things are changing. Things are changing. And everybody must arise to make something happen. We have to arise and do things different this time around. All right? I trust you have been blessed today. And I'd love for you to take advantage of the things we're saying on this platform to engage your life, engage yourself. Come into a discussion with your future. Come into a discussion with yourself and ask yourself key questions. Some of the ones we've asked you tonight. Replay this over and over. You can download, put it in your phone, put it somewhere. Share it with other people so that they can learn and take their life serious. Many don't take their life serious. They are dependent on other people to help them advance their life. Life's about decision, action, reaction, most times repercussion, of course results. Okay? Not just results, again rewards. So all decision has implication. All decision has rewards, whether good or bad. All key decision has a result you see at the end of the tunnel. So I want to urge you to take the right steps today. Find out what are the steps you need to take to advance yourself from point A to point B, and especially to what God has called you to be. My name is Dr. Awaken. I'm glad that you're able to join us or watch this much later. And we'll catch up with you again next Monday, exactly 8 p.m., right? 8 p.m. we'll catch up with you, and we'll have 45 minutes to be together to process a few thoughts. This platform will empower you a whole lot. From the next time we're going to be meeting, we'll be talking about management, leadership, projects, all of that, corporate governance, and a lot of that. Make sure you are here, including relationships. Right? Make sure you are here. Make sure you connect with us, and you can be free to ask your question even after now. You look at the flyers, you see all the numbers there. Connect with us. Share this with your friends. Thank you to all of you that joined us. Thank you to Mr. Samson Chibreze. I have another young man there. I'm unable to see his name. If you can say hi so I can thank you for the time. I always appreciate people because, life is all about appreciation. And sometimes when people put in their effort towards something, appreciation is important. Your data, your time, and all of that. Thank you. And have a blessed night. God bless you.